Hi. Hi. Hi, everyone. For those of you who's tuning in live and for those of you who's watching on the replay, I'm probably gonna let Facebook some time to announce this live, right? Um, My name is Eugina Liberty, and I'm an international pleasure and intimacy coach. I help singles to start dating with confidence by unleashing their true desires, connecting with their sensuality, and creating more love and pleasure in their life. So, this is a really, really vulnerable topic for me. People keep on talking about this coronavirus and what's happening in the world and like all of that. And I just kept very like neutral approach. I didn't really want to talk much about it because I'm like, whatever happens, just like deal with that as it comes. And today I had a conversation with my client, and I just gained so much clarity on what was happening. And then after having a conversation with my client, I had a conversation with one of my coaches, and I gained even more clarity. and I've been encouraged to do this Facebook Live to really share my insight and my view on this situation and what happens. And this view might be different to most, but I'm in pleasure and intimacy space. I am in relationship space. I'm in a space of love and connection, and my perspective is very different to most people's. However, it doesn't mean anything, right? So I'm just like gonna share my thoughts with you, and you're very welcome. Take it or leave it, and that's fine, right? So I can see that somebody is like tuning in, but I actually cannot see who is that. So whoever you are and you're here, welcome, and thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for joining me on this Friday afternoon, evening, day. I don't know what time it is for you. So, right. With all of this that is happening in the world, hi Sue. Yeah, I'm actually sharing our conversation. Hey Duda. And basically, I've been trying to stay very neutral about all of this, but it's like these conversations today have really like inspired me to speak up a little bit about what actually feels to me, what is going on. And like I said, my heart is actually beating really fast right now. I'm like, holy shit, I'm really talking about this, So bear with me if I'm like a little like nervous, because I am a little nervous, and it's okay because I don't speak every day about like touchy-feely topics like this, right? And like really putting my like, I'm an expert in love and intimacy and all of that, and like here I'm talking about like global crisis. So I'm like slightly out of my depth, but it's okay because like actually I have made a correlation how all of this works. And like, you know what, the main thing is like how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So what happens here, like what occurred to me, it's like with all of this situation in the world, like right before this corona thing, like let's talk, everything is energy, and energy is everything, right? There's like via energy, we have energy, everything around us energy, and like based on that also all of us have got masculine and feminine energy, right? So, and we came to the phase of feminine rising. So more and more people started becoming awake, and more people start becoming, in touch with their feelings. More and more people start, quitting their jobs and quitting the system to go into the world of freedom and travel and adventure and all of these things, right? So it's like very feminine, flowy approach. Lots of people are flowing, lots of people creating their life on their terms, and this is quite a change for the system, where we used to be quite confined and quite conformed, and we have a strategy. You get born, you go to school, you learn your trade, you take mortgage, you buy car, you get married, and then you die, you have kids and whatever, and then you die. So right now people are very much breaking out from that system, and how they been taught to run their life, right? So it's we had a very, very masculine kind of approach, strategy, if you will, to life, how we live our life. We like I just said, right? We get born, we go to school, then we die, get married in between, have kids, and if you don't, then something's wrong, blah 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 blah. You get the gist of what I'm saying here. So it's now more and more people are breaking out from this, system. It's of course threatens the empire, right? It threatens the empire. What's gonna happen? How empire gonna survive when everybody's free, right? So what occurred to me today, during these conversations with my client and then one of my coaches, was so it feels to me as if dark masculine energy, immature, if you will, or toxic masculine, is really trying to claim their power back. It's something when you getting in the relationship, and then your fears are coming up, right? It's that this is what you want, but there is a big fear. Oh, what if this is not going to work out? What if this? What if that? What if, right? But it's in this case, what occurred to me, because the whole world is on lockdown, and there is some strategy behind it, how it all works. And I don't know ins and outs of how it all works, but all I can see that the entire world is on lockdown. And that there is people who actually in charge of making those decisions, right? And it's again taken from the place that everything is energy, and energy is everything. That it's a masculine energy is trying to control. It's you see here's this beautiful feminine energies trying to open up and create this incredible new way of being in the world, and living in the world, and us humans interacting with one another. And it's all based and powered by emotions and love and connection and all of that, and freedom, of course, the freedom, and it's threatens the system. And here's system comes in, and it's no, you are not going to do that. And it's and in this case it's a dark masculine energy, or toxic masculine energy, is trying to control in a way what is going on, and control us, and people, of course. Yeah. So this just came to me in this conversations today, and basically as the result, it's of course, as a polarity, where is good there is bad, where is bad there is good. And it's even though the good and bad, it's man-made terms, it's all part of the way of being, right? So there is no good or bad. So but in fact, what has happened, that this dark masculine energy and what has happened in the world right now have encouraged a very beautiful things to emerge, because it's polarity, right? So it's like, as a result, we have more connection, or like we strive for more connection. We get the opportunity to reevaluate what is actually important to us at this point, and is it really all these rat races that we've been like part of all this time? And like really have the opportunity to check in with our heart, with our emotions. Is like, how are we feeling? It's like, who is important in our life, why are they important to us, what are our desires, what are our aspirations, is there something I want to do in the world, is there something I want to do in my life, and it's like all of these kind of things. So this is the opportunity to again connect with yourself and like explore that parts of yourself that have never been explored before, perhaps for so many people. I kept on like saying for like so many weeks now, like, I don't know how ordinary people live, because like the roller coasters, the emotional roller coasters that I was going through, like, my feminine energy was really like having a storm, like, what the fuck is going on, Then I had to bring myself to center, but like lucky I am a coach, I have tools for this stuff, so I know how to like bring myself to center. But there's so many people who have no fucking clue, you know what I mean? And it's like the anxiety in the world, like feeling the world's fear, because again, like the best way to control people is to put them into fear, right? And it's strategy, like again, masculine strategy, that it's like dark masculine is like need to control. And this is the thing, like, it's like, when you like toxic relationship, let's say, and like with the narcissist, and they tell you what to wear, how to dress, who to speak to, who not to speak to. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, hi guys, there's so many of you here, and it's like, I don't gonna be giving shout outs, but say hi, like give me some hearts, maybe thumbs up, like touch feely topic right here. So, but I feel too like I just got into it. So yeah, I'm just gonna be speaking my mind, and it's like you can agree or disagree with that, that's fine, but it's like my view. And like so basically the solution to all this, to me, is like to bring, like, again, it's, you see this, like, it's a new, when we don't know about something, or like new ways of being, it's fucking triggering, right? And this is what exactly happens in the world, that being led by feminine energy, and just to say that we like men and women, we have both men, like masculine and feminine, right? And it's like what happens being led by feminine, the world has not experienced that yet as such. So it's like new way of being. So when there is something new emerges, it's like it usually that there are lots of fear around. How is this gonna work? How is this not going to work? It's like, oh, but maybe it was like better, how it was, let's, like, this is too scary and all of that. So there is lots of fear in the world. So I think the world fuck doesn't show politeness. I'm not trying to be polite here, I'm just saying that, and yeah, you can listen or not, that's fine. So Sue says being a queen, right? Being a queen indeed. And like what I'm trying to say, that is the solution to this is like, first of all, to like find not only harmony, but find a way of like connecting this masculine and feminine, understanding that not working against each other. It doesn't mean if like feminine, because like masculine and feminine, they coexist, they co-live and support each other. And the sooner we're gonna realize that, the sooner we're gonna realize that, you know, we can not only coexist but co-create. And this is so much more powerful than whether that, you know, it's like the masculinity takes over the world, and then, you know, it's like all the like sensitivity and emotions and all of this is shamed or like, you know, put, you know, like put to the curb kind of thing, you know. And the same way that if feminine leads, that is like, oh, does it mean like I always have to be in flow, you know, and there is no rules, there is no structure? No, it doesn't mean that. And this is exactly how the world, like what happens in the world right now, because it's a transition into the feminine rising. It's a new way of being, and the masculine is threatened. That you know, what if, you know, what if feminine doesn't need us anymore? What if, like, you know, it's like, what is our role here? How we can, you know, co-live, co-create, coexist, you know, and all of that. And it's like, and by being threatened, this like unhealthy kind of situation happens. So like solution to that, of course, is the harmony, but also a nurturing. It's like, what does this masculine energy needs to be able to relax in the place where knowing that feminine is rising, and still knowing that masculine is being of service, because essentially the healthy masculine is being of service, right? It's like, where it's like, hey, how can I support you? How can I create the structure that's gonna support you rising? And this is the thing. So it's like, as humans, this is our responsibility to connect to ourselves, to our hearts within ourselves, to our masculine and feminine energy, and really like allow them to be, allow them to live together, allow them to connect to one another in the level that is not threatening. Because what I have understood today actually is that masculine is not capable of receiving the feminine storm of emotions unless is centered, unless is confident, and unless is what the word am I looking for? Yes, centered and rooted, you know, like deep rooted. Because this is what is very important for the masculine, is to be deep rooted, knowing that, you know, can take the storm of the feminine. And this is exactly what happens, is like, unless the masculine is not deep rooted and centered, any storm, like even a little one from feminine, can like blow you away, like can blow that masculine energy away, because the force is so strong. And what happens, you know, cannot accept, like masculine cannot receive all of this beauty of this storm, like, because it's like feminine is like, whether it's a storm, whether it's like destruction or creation, that is like part of this, you know, just like nature, it can destroy and can create. And this is actually what happens in the world. Like there is like parts of us being destroyed, and there's parts of us being created at the same time. So it doesn't have to like choose one or another. It all can co-live and coexist in the same place, in the same time. Let me see what Sue is saying. Moving through the fear of threat and being a queen, to love but not be crushed by the masculine. Exactly. It's like not being crushed by masculine, but also understanding that, you know, we are here, like our energies are here to support one another, that there is that masculine is not threatened this if feminine is rising. So feminine knows that she's not like threatened if masculine is leading, you know, because it's like a dance. And it's like a dance between those energies and how to connect, you know. It's like it's our responsibility as humans to connect to our own masculine and feminine, to really understand, you know, how can we bring harmony to ourselves so that it actually spreads into the world, because our vibrations are so powerful. And right now what I've been like feeling with lots of these global meditations, like lots of them are powered by fear. And like when there is lots of fear, or like again trying to control some, you know, like like finish the corona, like whatever that is, you know what I mean. It's like it doesn't bring the harmony. It's like there's still like some controlling aspects in that, because like nature knows how to cure itself. There, you don't have to tell nature, you know, how to grow flowers. She just does it. And this is the same way. It's like with like this, you know, corona, it knows how to cure. We know how to cure ourselves. Our cells been regenerating for like years and years and years, you know. It's like before medicine, like, you know, drugs have been like created. We know how to heal. The planet knows how to heal. We just need to allow her to breathe and heal. Oh my god, guys, thanks so much for like being here. This is like really touchy topic for me. Hi James, hi Jeanette, hi Neville, hi Sue, Ahmed, Ashley, Matt, Stuart, Charlotte, Lucia, Joanne, Vanessa, Emma, you know, Bis, thanks so much for being here. James says, agree, it's all for the mother. For sure, for the mother. And also it's like more than anything, you know, the masculinity of like new way of being is emerging. And like, again, like I just gonna repeat this again, like the feminine is rising, and the feminine is rising really powerfully. We all adjusting and adapting new ways of being. The freedom is very much encouraged in our days. And it's like, we haven't lived in the age where we've been more free than we are now. We've been traveling around the world, you know, it's like starting like online businesses, like breaking out of the system, not like really, you know, living in the old structures of being. Like people used to go to factory and home, you know, and that has been, you know, the ways of living for so long, you know. It's not that long. Like my mother, she still does this kind of work, you know. It's like, but our like millennial generation, this is like we literally entered the new era of freedom. And this is scary. It's scary for collective consciousness and for society. It's like, because our society is built on like, the empire is built on like having to follow the rules. And now what are the rules? Who said that? So now people start questioning the rules. And when people are questioning the rules, it creates like, it kind of opens a can of worms. And like, hey, really? Yeah, why am I like doing things like that when people before never questioned this shit? And it's like, and it's time for us to just like I said, really allow ourselves to connect with ourselves inside, and really bring light to the parts that are a bit dark or darker than the light, right? And just really not making ourselves right or wrong, but really start observing ourselves, our decisions, our patterns, and our reasons for doing things and not doing things. Because, hi Adriana, good morning to you. Because this is the only way how we can actually bring balance to this situation, how we can actually start creating the balance in, because like, you don't need to heal the world gonna take care of itself. All you need to do, all your part here is to heal yourself, all to heal yourself. So it's like, this is all for you, the opportunity to sit and just really go inwards. Just look inside. What is happening inside of you? Where have you been controlling? Where have you been manipulative? You know, and I know in myself that I have been that. I have been manipulative, I have been controlling, and I still finding it hard sometimes to let go of control, because that has been my reality. I've been told, I've been taught since I was a little child that I need to go and do, I need to go and control. But it's like, but what happens here right now? It's actually, I need to let go of control. I need to just allow things to happen. I need to just allow things to flow, and flow very easily and freely. And it's so fucking hard. That's the hardest thing in the whole life, to just let go and just see what happens, you know, especially when your need to control is so big. But then this is your opportunity to, again, to check in with your desire. What do you want? What is important to you? What do you want? Not because somebody else said to you that this is what you should want, but what do you want? What do you want here? What do you want in your genitals? Like, what really turns you on, that becomes important now? Like, nothing else is important right now, but now your turn on becomes important, because this is the only thing that is going to give you life force to move forward, to connect with yourself, and just really penetrate not only your flow in life, not only it's gonna impact every single decision that you make, not out of obligation, but out of authenticity towards yourself. And when you recognize that you authentic towards yourself and your ways of being, and the shadow is gonna come up, the fear is gonna come up, hell, the fear is gonna come up, they're gonna be so powerful. But this is for you to actually find the opportunity, what is important to you in this life. Because let's be honest with yourself, with each other, that you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason, big or small. There is a reason for you to be here right now. There is a lesson for you to learn. There is an opportunity for you here, an opportunity for you to share yourself, to share your experience, to stay in connection, to blossom, right? To blossom. And this is really your opportunity to do that right now. But you cannot do it from the place of control and manipulation. You can only do that from the place of turn on. So guys, girls, men, women, I really would love to invite you to check in with yourself, have a deep look inside. What is going on inside of you? Where are you trying to control things? Where are you trying to manipulate things? What are the shadows that you are facing right now? What are the fears you are facing right now? Check in with those. Check in with those. And also check in with your desires. Check in with your desires, because ultimately your desires, your turn on is going to save not only you, but the whole world, right? Wow, this is like, Jesus, what am I like? Wow. So let me see what happens here. James saying, agree with all you say here. Thank you, James. Thank you. So Adriana says, I cannot stop looking at you. That blonde hair looks stunning on you. Thank you so much. So Sue says, our chance to look at our individual fears and move through them, and enough of us doing that will upgrade us. Absolutely, absolutely. It's not about like how we can just like push those fears away, how we can embrace the fear and like actually say, hey, I see you, I hear you, and I am going to follow my desire, and I would love for you to be on my side here. Let's play together. I'm gonna be aware of what you're trying to tell me here. I can see that you're trying to point out to me that there is a pothole in the road. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna walk around it. I don't gonna walk straight in that. Right? That this is what happens. You know, this fear is for a reason. But it's like, let's be like honest. Our ability to adjust, to change is like pretty poor. People don't like change. But this is upgrade. We are going through upgrade. Feminine rising, right? Oh my God, this is just like wow. Wow. So what Adriana is saying, I'm very excited about this time myself. I feel so many incredible changes upon facing my fears. Let me just see. I feel like those of us that may takes time to go deep into ourselves will come out so empowered. Absolutely. And it's all about taking time to go inside. Oh my gosh, guys, my heart is racing right now, right? I don't think I have ever did such a vulnerable life in my whole life. And I'm embracing the change. So I'm like really grateful to all of you being here, to all of you witnessing me in my self-expression, you know, and like self-expression of like my freshest knowledge that have just like miraculously channeled through me in connection actually with people who like I'm so grateful to Sue, and I'm so grateful to Denise. They have like absolutely inspired me, and like actually in conversation this was born actually. And it's so incredible, and this is again and again and again the evidence for me that magic happens in connection. Magic happens in connection, in the times when we so want to pull out and be on our own and just like fix up and I'm so strong and everything. Magic happens in connection, and you cannot change that. You know, of course, there are times for you to be on your own and reflect on everything that is happening. But magic happens in connection, you know. And ladies, gentlemen, guys, boys, girls, I want to really encourage you to stay in connection. Stay connected to your heart. Stay connected to your desire. Acknowledge your fear. Don't make yourself wrong. Really have a look where you've been trying to control, manipulate, and all of that, and like really try to see what are the reasons behind it. Why are you trying to control that? Why are you trying to manipulate that? What is your fear? What is your fear underneath? And then remember that underneath each fear is a desire. So really go deep and acknowledge for yourself, what is your desire underneath all of this manipulation, control and holding tight to things. Like really I would really love to invite you to do that. And look, I think my adrenaline is like through the roof right now. So I will if you found actually a wisdom in this Facebook Live, please like and share, send me hearts. I can see that there's lots of hearts. Thank you so much. And yeah, let me just read the last comments here. Zoe says, you're doing great. Thank you so much. Adriana says, thank you. Your words are wisdom. Thank you so much, Adriana. Zoe says, the age of Aquarius and the year of the rat is all about coming together. Right, it really is. I can feel it. Big one. So, yes, if you found wisdom in this life, if it resonated with you, please share it. You know, maybe more people need to hear it. Maybe you will change somebody's life by by sharing this and them hearing this conversation. And I would love to wish you a fantastic rest of the day, morning, evening, whatever that is for you. I'm sending you all lots of love, and stay centered, stay connected to yourself first of all, and then share that connection with the people around you from the place of love, and acknowledge your fears. Okay, lots of love. Bye.